stream on in the sidelines. And like I said, the delay shouldn't be too bad. Everyone will be coming up right now, though. We'll not start until the hour. So we've got 3 minutes. Everybody jump in chat right now. Get in here, say hello. The notifications up. We are beginning. No, I will not stop vaping, I don't care.
It's not good for you, man. Not good for you.
It's not, but neither is nicotine withdrawal. I'm taking it as it is. Right. Have you up. Let me just guess to similar heights. That's perfect. People should be tuning in any second. Still got 2 minutes. Give me a 1-2 just to make sure that your audio is coming through on OBS.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's absolutely spot on the money there. We should be absolutely perfect and ready to go. Oh, that's good. I'm glad I set all this up beforehand. Although this special permissions thing messed me up.
What's up, Nefarious? What's up?
There we are. Hello, welcome. Loud and clear, that's what I like to hear. Hell yes. We're going to kick things off straight away in 1 minute. Everyone's coming in now. Everyone's coming in. They're ready for it. They needed this league roundup. I need this league roundup.
I needed it too. 2 weeks in the making here, you know, a lot to cover.
Hell yes, cannot wait for it. Tell you what, without further ado, oh, how are we? How are you doing, Avlo?
I'm doing great.
That's what we love to hear. That's what we love to hear. Right, we may as well kick it off. I'll start us off. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the League Roundup. I believe it's week 7. Introduce our special guest. Say hello.
It's the one and only Avalo. Doing a guest spot covering for Dan this week.
Mr. Top of the board, let's go. This is the guy that's been sending the cards. Everyone's got a present. Say thank you, based Avalo, for all the gifts. We have received them, by the way. What are the effects are? What are these guys doing over here? Nice. Subtle, smooth. Let's get right into it anyway. We all want to see it. We'll get to results. I'm going to pop them straight up now. Bang. There we go. I'm going to nudge them into the middle a little bit. Now, we'll start off at the top. We had a week break, but everyone knows that because everyone in the chat is from the league. Fexar versus Papa Pond, draw. Avalo, give me your thoughts on this one.
You know, not shocking. Both two very strong competitors, and I think Fexar's hitting that mid-league stride right now. And I think Papa Pond's trying to find it. You know, he's had some good results early, but I think he's trying to find it.
Yeah, he's been, I will give him credit. He's had to go with absence, which does have some strong effects, but there is a massive learning curve to him. So hats off for being able to, survive, keep up, stay on the higher end of the league. I can't believe I'm talking like I'm on an ivory tower, considering I was bottom of the league last time. It happens. But here we are. There was a draw. We'll talk more about that matchup once we've got all these results done and dusted. We'll go on to my match. I don't want to talk about this. I should have lost both games.
Oh. Great match to watch, though. Great match to watch.
Yeah, we recorded this one, didn't we? So first game, it was tough. It wasn't one-sided at any point. We did scrap quite a lot in round 1 until I took the loss. I just could not recover. And then game 2, I think the draw power of Nefarious' Shadow Blade just fizzled out. I didn't get much on terms of draws, but it was just enough to be able to chip 25 HP off Shadow Blade. Let me tell you now, I will be showing a graphic for this in a second. I am not using Cadaverous again. I don't care that it's my third submission.
It's probably a smart choice.
I hate it.
Not a big fan of it myself, but definitely did help you with some ideas for that deck. But I don't enjoy it. Too many game actions, too many things to remember. don't really like it.
Yeah, I feel like coming in with Magnate, I would have been absolutely fine. I was just so scared he was going to bring out Talk that I just need to bring something out of the box. So we'll move straight on. Lourdes versus Tara. I have had information about this match. I need to get it right because she will shout from the other room. Apparently, in one turn, 33 damage was dealt, which is mega. We had a clarity for
I was
that one.
I was told no secrets are to be revealed. Just yet, we want to give him a chance to
Absolutely.
keep some secrets. Keep it competitive, keep it interesting.
Yeah, and I'm happy to let him roll with that. He wasn't off the starting line as fast as a lot of other people, clambering a little bit. He's now bagged a solid win. I think he's grabbed a solid win before this, but we'll check on the results afterwards. Happy for him. Really happy for him that he's getting his paces now and he's finding decks and recipes that are working for him. So, props, and we'll move on. Fraser. Fraser versus Jamie. Yeah, we feel bad. We do feel bad. Jamie has bagged a win. I'm always happy if Jamie bags any points. He's a great guy. But unfortunately, Fraser's just not picked it up. Again, I don't know if he changed decks. We'll need to find out on that. Do you know any information about this?
I do believe he went Anzadak. That's what I was told.
Yes.
But just wasn't able to overcome it. But I don't have a ton of details from it. I was in and out of that match. But honestly, it's been a long 2 weeks, so I don't remember a lot about it.
It really has. But I'm hoping he picks up on the Anzadak. There is some new tech, especially for dragons. I think there's some decent stuff that he could pick up and pull out of his bag of tricks. I'm hoping he bags some points. I really want him to, especially next week. Let's move on to the final one, the final match of the 2 weeks. The shake-up. How does it feel? You've been taken off the throne in a way.
So I actually feel great about this. I'm excited to finally not have all the pressure of going undefeated.
Hell yeah.
And Tank is obviously a great competitor, so no shame there. I mean, actually, no shame in losing to anyone in this league.
Yep.
Everybody brings something very interesting to the clash. So, I'm okay with it. I predicted this. I'm good. Picked up some pointers, some tweaks will be made,
Absolutely.
and we move forward from here.
Yeah, he did bring his Sunday best. He built Conquest specifically for this game, and he tweaked it up with some new sauce, which, he's always played that pure white. Having never played him before, he went Conquest the entire time, came second in the first league. This one, he's brought it back. He's added a little bit of peppers of red, and I'll leave it at that. It was a great match to watch. It was really, really hard to commentate.
And if you haven't checked it out, you should check out the YouTube video. That match was streamed for most of it, with the commentator not knowing what cards were in our hands, which he did a great job predicting without knowing.
I did make some guesses, like when you popped down that Clash Ground, I knew you had one in your hand. Couldn't say the same for Sam. Sam just decided to put his out. That was the only real prediction I made. A few on Annihilation. That first match though, Annihilation, 3 times? I can't hear you, hang on. Whoa, we've lost audio. We've fully lost audio.
What about now?
Hey, it's good. We're back again. Start again.
All right, we're back. Annihilation was a new addition to the deck. Feel strong about having it in there. It underperformed in that I just couldn't get enough value from it, in my opinion. Paying 4 for a 1 removal spell or defeat, not really worth it to me. But it was the position I was in. Was on the back foot most of that game, so had to take my value where I could get it. But definitely do think we'll be seeing a lot more of that card in these black contenders. and rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a Black Contender sideboard staple. I will be putting it 3 copies probably in every sideboard with every Black Contender. It does have its caveats in which this is the first technical action that defeats Clash cards, which for me, it's a risk reward kind of play, but it does get the job done, especially if you've got, high Clash card meta, as you said yesterday. It does some damage. Right. I
Interesting.
Go on.
Interest see if Papa Pon's gonna grace us with the presence of death, and we can see what that annihilation card can really do when you use it to defeat your own cards and get
Yeah,
value.
I think that is one thing that I've not even thought about, and I brought it up. It scares the living daylights out of me. Absolutely scares the living daylights. I want to move on. I brought a few graphics to do with those matchups. First of all, if Fexar's still here, this may be a little trade secret, but I think this was MVP play. He told me he was going to do this. He told me he was going to do it turn 5 immediately when he could. And he has labelled this combo the Cherry Burst. Why has he called it the Cherry Burst? Well, we're going to see right here. Cherry Bomb, explosive entrance. Trigger, enter, you may discard a card. If you do, create 1 red Nova token. That is whatever. And then you deal damage to a target Clash card equal to the initial resource cost of the card discarded this way. Now, we can understand why it might be called Burst. Cherry Burst. Overwhelming Burst. 12 resources. The biggest in the game. Made so, it can be reduced, but that doesn't matter. You discard this, you are hitting a Clash card for 12, and I don't think there is a single Clash card that can survive this, apart from Totally Uncontrollable. I only have 1 GIF for this, and it's going to be Jesus Christ. Yes, I have a full PowerPoint presentation this time. We are going through with it. It was insane. In fact, it was Dan Papapon that told me to bring this up. He wanted to see it. He's got it. What other card did you have in the deck, Fexar? He is in chat. Talk to me. There is a little bit of delay, but come on. Give us the secrets. Because I think it's a solid deck. Totally Uncontrollable. There you go. So, discard it. He can target his own Clash card. He can buff that thing to 13. So once it hits past a certain threshold, I think it's 5, he gets Breakthrough as well. So he's doing solid damage. If you don't have anything with more than 2 defense, you're taking half your HP, no matter what, whether you block it or not. Well, you can multi-block, I guess, but that's getting technical. Anyway, let's get rid of these. The only thing I want to put up now is my experience with Cadavros. I'm not really going to say much about it. I'm just gonna bring the guy up. Cadavros. I thought he was way better than what, I imagined he would be. I didn't read properly when I was building this deck. I thought, I'll get rid of a Clash card with a specific cost, bring out something with a lower cost. No, it's very specific. You have to throw something away with a specific, the diamonds in the top right corner, and bring something out with an initial, the number. Those numbers have to be exact. You can't have any lower. That destroyed me. So for this, I have a second GIF, and I'm going to bring it up right now. Get up, come on, don't ruin it. Hang on. OBS is playing up with me. But He's stinky, man. This is my review. Cadavros stinky right now. We ain't playing with him, okay? That's all I needed to say. That's all I'm going to leave that with. We're taking Cadavros off. You will never see him again in this league unless you build him.
Yep, and again, I think this gets just kind of into the overarching design of if you could discard anything and bring back something less, I don't know that he's not the most broken card ever made.
Yeah, I understand the limitations now.
Yeah.
But that being said, the limitations are too much, and he's stinky. That's all it's ever going to be now. let's bring up the leaderboard. Let's not mess about no more. Give me the leaderboard. We're coming up. We're coming up. The drag and drop on this sucks, but here we go. Bang. Guess who's at the top? Mr. Avalo himself. Only a 3-point difference, though, between you and second place. How are you feeling about that?
Still feeling good. I think this is starting to set up a big end of the league match. Not sure timing, but you know, me versus Nefarious is going to be a big one, especially because neither of us have had the bye yet. So effectively 3 points higher each, making it a little bit harder for, you know, Tank and yourself
absolutely
creep up there. But well, yeah, and one thing that's a little confusing is that the play does make it look like I see Matt's comment there. Play does make it look like Tank still has an extra game, but that's the way the bye shows.
Yeah. That is it. So you can tell who has a bye and who hasn't had a bye purely by the amount that they've played, which, you know, it does say a lot now. Let's move on to second and third very quickly. Nefarious and Tank, they have, apart from the bye, they have an almost exact win to draw record, no losses between them. Nefarious has one extra win, and that's not including his bye. So really, he's the technical second place in my book, whereas Sam has had his bye. He's technical third place. Who are you thinking is going to beat who? I'm not talking about who's coming first, but do you think Nefarious will stay above Tank, or do you think Tank, now with the conquest, is going to move on up?
You know, I'm hoping he continues to bring conquest, really develop that deck into this league here. But it's real. I really do believe this is anyone's league for probably the top 5, 6 places. I think we could see a complete shakeup before the end of this league.
I could agree. We've got some big matches to come. I mean, the only person that knows all of the match lineup is Dan. To be honest, I don't want to find out. I don't want to know how hard of a time any other player has in this league, and that's the beauty of it. But one person is getting their name engraved into the belt. Hopefully that's coming in the next 2 weeks. I would imagine 3 at the most, so I'll be able to bring it up. We'll be able to show it off. So we move on to me. I have no losses, 4 draws, 2 wins. I'll take it, man. That's not bad for me, considering I don't even think I got a win League One. Weber, you suck, but I love you. It is what it is, man. I hope I actually bag another full win soon, although I've seen the matchups come in. It's going to be rough. 6th place, Bloodfram. 5 draws, the most draws in the entire league. He has yet to concede a single loss, and he has bagged a win. Talk to me about Bloodfram.
So he's one of those people that concerns me because nobody has taken 2 games off him, and that is concerning because that indicates to me that we're looking at small tweaks, and you know he's 2-0. He's 2-0 in these games. I really do feel that way. He's one of the competitors I have left to face.
Yeah.
Matchup I'm concerned about because he does get so many draws and does get points off everybody. So, you know, I'm looking for him to kind of jump up this board towards the end.
Absolutely. I will say he is probably the most experienced with his deck out of every single player here. Maybe apart from Bar you, because I know your history with the game and I know how much you play all of these decks. And I know how much you love to toy and experiment with them. So I think you are the most seasoned. It does show in the rankings, but other than that, Matt and Flair, they go hand in hand. It's a solid relationship, and it's showing in the results. You know, really, I think he could get a top 3 very easily, but we'll have to see how the matchups go. Jamie,
and again, but again, I think you can be rewarded in this game for championing a hero. You know, specializing. I think there is room in this game for that. if you know your matchup, you know your deck well,
Mm,
I do think you will be rewarded.
absolutely. I mean, it's showing he's yet to concede a 2-0 loss. So we'll move on to Jamie, who I think he has one of the most interesting spreads considering he's seventh. One win, three draws, two losses puts him still above Lauritz. It's interesting. It's interesting how this goes because he technically has less wins than Lauritz. But like we said, Lauritz was a slow starter. His decks are definitely off meta in terms of he wants to enjoy his matches. I can tell you that from my setup, from what I've seen with him. It's not to say that he's not a threat, but it is going to surprise you what he comes up with and what he's built. And with having three submitted decks, you never know what he's going to pull out on that match. You've yet to take
Yeah,
him
and
on,
again,
man. Have you taken him on yet?
I did, and I saw cards I didn't even know existed.
Mm.
So he keeps it interesting, and to his credit, he's finding cards and finding synergies that aren't out there. So they were fun decks to play against. Both games took me to the limit. Um, could have potentially lost both of them.
Oh,
So
there
you
you
know,
go. It is
big
it.
things. I expect big things.
Yeah, he is the scribe of Denmark. He knows the info. He's glazed through every single card in Deck Planet, I think, and he's been cooking a lot of things up. So I'm interested to see how the rest of these weeks go. We'll be coming into week 8, so technically we've got 4 more games until the league is called. I think he jumps up a few places, depending on who he takes on anyway. Fexar, let's have a look. He has 3 draws, 3 losses, 6 points. Yet to have a bye as well. So, what are you thinking about Fexar, if he's still in chat?
So Fexar and I have been doing a lot of play testing over these past few days here, and he did have a bye. I
Yeah,
can
I'm
confirm
reading it the
he
wrong way. I'm reading
yeah,
it the wrong way. It's my bad.
yeah. But a lot of tweaks going on behind the scenes, and you showed off a little bit of the spice, but there's been a few more tools added into that toolbox that I think makes that deck real dangerous should he bring it. And again, part of the fun of this league is you don't know what deck people are bringing, and you got to be ready for all of it.
I will say, from what I've seen, he definitely brings the excitement in decks. That is what I enjoy. He's bringing things that are, I want to try and go for the throat here. I'm gonna see what's up there. He, we can give away. He's played a knuckle duster. That's absolutely fine. There's no shame in it. I happen to think it is a absolutely amazing strategy. Um, but yeah, I do think he's been unlucky with some games as well. I think he's taken on some of the strongest players in the league, and I think that record shows that, as opposed to him just not having good skill or luck. I think it purely comes down to he's taken on a lot of the big strong heads in the game. So I think out of anyone, the rest of his league run will probably have a lot more ease. It'll probably be lower players, and he might bag some solid wins. And again, I think he's going to be one same as Lowry, so he'll probably jump up a few places before the end. But we'll move on. Fraser, he has a win. Good on him. I'm proud. He has a draw. Good on him. I'm very proud. 5 losses. I'll give him the sign. I feel bad, but also, we have to have a top, we have to have a bottom in the league. It is what it is, but I'm sure he's going to bag some wins. I want him to bag at least one more win. If he could get 2 wins in the rest of the league, I would be jumping for joy.
Does still have the bye,
Mm.
so is actually probably a little more closer to the middle of the pack here than
Yeah,
the results are showing as well.
definitely.
Um, I keep saying it, really want to emphasize it. I still think this is anyone's league.
Yeah,
These placings are not even close to final. So, a lot of good matches still ahead of us here.
absolutely. I mean, one person or a multitude of people could stop drawing, And if they don't draw a single game, they don't lose a single game, they are 12 points up from what they are now. And the rest of the league suffers because of it. So, yeah, a lot of stuff to play for. And finally, love of my life. Now, I'm saying this with a ring on. Don't kill me. 6 games played, a bye, 3 points. She has built a new deck. We'll give her that. She's built a new deck. I know taking on Lowrds, it wasn't one-sided, but he had a turn that was phenomenal in at least one of the games. So, she's been taking on a lot of strong opponents. She's one of the less seasoned people. She says in chat she's a personality high. She doesn't need to go above bottom. That's how I was feeling in the last league. So we're absolutely fine. We'll hold hand. We'll be hand in hand. We've seen the bottom. I think you can get a win. I think you could honestly bag a win. The new deck that you've built, I play tested the deck that she took on, that she's made. I was impressed with it. I still think maybe you could tweak a couple cards, But other than that, I am quite happy with it. I think you've seen it, haven't you?
I have, and I'm gonna say, because I chip into a lot of these matches and listen in for a little bit. I do think we are seeing improvement. Maybe not on the results, but in the play. I have noticed it since we started this league. Play's getting tighter. She's looking much more comfortable piloting these decks, and I think she could surprise us and pull out a win here. Let's not look at past results and
Yep. I mean, I'll tell you now, she has edited the deck and she's saying it in chat. Number 1, she's doing it for the girls. Number 2, she's taken out all blue. She's gone pure mono white, which I think is a great plan. She doesn't have to worry too much.
I do.
And you know what? Even talking with a last deck, I think Zeph is a hidden gem, but I don't think there are many to any players that have found the source for Master Zeph. I would love to find it because his potential's there, but it's finding the right cards. It's a nightmare. I think it's a Lowryd's job, if anything.
Well, and on that note, I'm looking forward to this new Master Zeph.
Yes.
We've seen some hints of some new contenders coming, and
oh yes,
quite excited to see them get fleshed out, and won't be in this league, but maybe the next league we'll get to see some real new builds and some interesting ideas. So
absolutely, I've already got my theories for it, because I think there is somewhat of a joining with Spoils 1 set, where Spoils 1 fleshed out a few characters with some epics, gave them some utility that is used if they are played. So Magnate, I think his card's really good. Clarity, Oppressor to Liberator, really, really good. Talks is dogger, but you can't win them all. I feel like, and this is pure theories, I know you know more than me, so don't give the game away. I personally feel like the epics in this set are going to be weapons. That's just a theory.
Yeah, I'm not disclosing anything.
Yeah,
I am excited for you all to see what's coming, though. I'll tell you that I am excited. The team behind the scenes works really hard on this game, and one of the things I always enjoy is getting to see people see these cards for the first time and take it in. I really do enjoy seeing that. So been following spoiler chats here, and I'm definitely excited and looking forward to the rest of the set being spoiled.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't seen an epic yet, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm going to keep my theories stuck there then. Either way, really excited. Almost everyone except Conquest has been given a rehash, a refresh, something brand new. A lot of people have been kicking off about Conquest. I don't want to get into the negatives. Let's bring up the matchups for week 8. Here we go. So, match 1, Jamie versus Tara. We are going to be seeing Fragor probably versus Valen Solariel. what is your prediction for this one?
This is a tough one. Obviously quite partial to Thragor myself, so hard to not side that way with Jamie.
Yeah. He's been getting better with Fragor. He's been getting better with Fragor every single week. Something tells me, though, the strategy with Tara's deck will see him have trouble. I personally think this will be a little bit of a long match. So I want them both to buckle in, get enough time. Predictions are coming in the chat. Dan says Jamie win. Matt wants a draw. I personally think there may be a draw out of this.
Oh, I think there's a good chance we could see a draw here.
Yeah.
I really do. Knowing a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes with Val in there, yeah, I mean, there's definitely the chance.
Yeah, Jamie's deck's a nice pure Fragor. It does have very strong cards. If Tara can get to the end game for both matches, I think she has a strong, strong potential. And I'll leave it there because I don't want to ruin anything else. Round 2.
Yep.
It's me. And it's Dan. Clashing Teacups alumni, head to head. I know he wants me to play probably IRL. I don't know if I have all of the cards for IRL. This may be something I want to stream anyway. So it's a battle of the hosts. We're going to see how it goes. I don't want to give too much away because he's literally looking in the chat right now on his phone like... But, predictions for this... I'm gonna say draw. I'm gonna say draw. Maybe, if I get lucky.
So I think this is going to come down to deck selection. I really do. I think there is a high potential for a draw.
Yeah.
I think there's a high potential Dan 2-0s. And I think there is a world where you're able to sneak out both games. Unlikely, gonna be honest with you. Love you, but
No, I agree.
I do think you take a game off them. I really do. I think depending on deck selection, that's where I think this is won or lost.
Yeah. I have some ideas, I have some plotting, I have some strategies that I need to make. Fraser, you're not in the chat, but if you watch this, I'm going to be maybe submitting a rehash deck to you. With plenty of time, Dan, don't worry about it. It's not going to be a brand new deck. It will probably just be an edit. I'm going to leave it at that. Speaking of Fraser versus Tank for the next game. What are we thinking, Avalo?
I mean, I gotta go Tank 2-0 on this one. Still licking my wounds over here, so hard to not to side with the man.
Yeah. That's the thing. Matt did say, Matt has been best friends with him for a number of years. He predicts that he may not bring the Conquest out and go back to Warcry. So, we've seen Warcry a lot in this league. Fraser, he did lose a Vanzerdak rebuilt, but I do think it still has potential. He just needs a few more games of it to get it really, really streamlined. Set 7 for Dragons as well. Massive thing. I think there's been some really, really good cards for it. I don't think I've seen Fraser's deck, but I would love to see it just to, sneak in there and see what it is. Not give my opinion so much, but just be like, okay. So we've got to give Tank the 2-0. I think he's just been doing really well. Leaps and bounds. What else can we say, really? We'll move on.
Yeah.
This is a match I want to see. You versus Bloodfram, Mr. Matt himself. How are you feeling about this?
I mean, I'm gonna take the draw here. I'm gonna go with. I think he pulls out another draw. I'm not sure what deck I'm bringing. Thinking I'm going into Flare. I don't know what deck I'm bringing. So
NCD, rough one. And I think his strategy, his plays, he knows every card in his deck. Dan's predicting Avalo. Matt in the chat said he's dreading it. I'm I'm not too sure, man. I will back the draw as well for this one. I think either, Matt has this habit, and we've mentioned it in this stream a number of times. He seems to, I don't know whether it's a confidence thing or what. The first match, he stumbles a little bit. And then second match, he recovers and he seems to find his flow and he bags a point out of it. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Finally, Fexar. You're still in the chat. You're taking on Laura. It's Mr. Laugner himself. This one, I don't know where it goes, man. I don't even confidently think I can say it's a draw. What do you think?
I mean, I have to go with draw because I think both of them are going to bring something that is just difficult to deal with. But like we said a little bit earlier, I think this could be Lawrence's. I think this could be it. I think he turned the page, and I think he could surprise Fexar here. I really do.
Well, Fexar is very underconfident about himself. He is saying 2-0 loss, which is interesting.
I think that could be mind games. I do. Having now chatted with Fexar a bunch, I do think there are some mini games being played here.
Yeah, absolutely. He is a dark horse in this league. I'm excited to see the match. If you stream it, if you get it on TT Sim, which you have to, and you give me a time, I'm happy to stream and commentate it because I would love to see how it goes. With that, Nefarious has a bye. Chill out for the week. You get 3 points for nothing. And with that, we are at the end of the stream on a nice... How long have we been? 36 minutes. I know you said half an hour, so we're going to wrap it up nice and quick. So, enjoy yourselves, everyone. It's been good. Like, comment, and subscribe. Any last words, Avalo?
As always, appreciate you guys having me on here. And good luck, everybody. Have a good week, and maybe we'll see you next Sunday.
Hell yeah. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for tuning to stream. We'll see you later.